33 Worst Decisions Family Made. According to Reddit. Number 33. Cousin had a full scholarship for hockey to go to an Ivy League school and likely would have gone pro. Decided to join the military instead because his girlfriend convinced him that's what real men do. First day that he handled a live gun, he shot himself in the ankle. Both military career and hockey career ended instantly. Oh, and the girlfriend pretty much cheated on him from day one. Hey man, what did I tell y'all about doing shit for hoes out here? You know? Don't make the world turn you into a James Gunn. You know what I'm talking about? But let's not even get into it. Number 32. My 72-year-old grandma called me over one day to tell me that she was hopping on a plane and wasn't buying a ticket home. She left my grandpa after 50 years of marriage for a man that she met online. Things have never been the same between us. All we can do is hope that the grandmother wasn't leading someone online to believe that she was actually a little girl, and that the dude that she went to go visit wasn't James Gunn. Number 31. Well, my ex-wife may be in an intimate relationship with my deadbeat dad. Does that count? I don't even want to know anything more about that. That's disgusting. Special thanks to Hannah and Linda for hosting tonight's stream. You know I appreciate that. Oh my god. But as we continue up this list, which may be a short one, we reach number 30. Ooh. My family took in a guy that we'd known for years. He was the same age as my younger brother and had grown up near us. He fell on some hard times that resulted in him being stabbed by a friend of his. After the stabbing, we let him come stay with us, and he got clean off the drugs, started exercising, got a new job, and we all spent a lot of time together. He was like a brother to me for a while. He and my brother moved out into an apartment with some other guys from the place that they worked at. Their apartment was sparse, almost no food in the fridge, and the pride of their place was the collection of empty alcohol bottles that they had all saved. It was a bit trashy, but not unexpected for an apartment full of 19 to 22-year-old guys, single guys. With the new freedom and money coming in from his job, and the money from the settlement of the stabbing, he started getting back into drugs. My brother was fine with the weed, hookah, cigarettes, etc., but started drawing lines when he saw some harder shit in the apartment. When my brother saw crack in for a second time, he started to move out. The other guys in that place followed suit because they were seeing the change as well. My brother told him that he needed to find new roommates to take over the lease. He brought in his drug dealer. Ooh. Now, my brother is still on the lease for the place. He's not exactly living in because the drug dealer couldn't be approved by the complex. I'm sure they spotted all the red flags. But the dealer moves in anyway. The two of them start spiraling down and they adopt pit bulls, with the idea that the dogs would protect them from anyone trying to evict them because they stopped paying rent. This guy had also been borrowing an old used car from my family of another former roommate, and now he refused to give it back. I went with my brother to file a police report about it all. The police were told about the drugs, who was living there, the drugs, and more. Luckily, when the police report and some of the other guys tried to reason with the complex, most were able to avoid having any of us go in on their credit history. I stopped talking to him. I think my brother has seen him maybe once or twice since, and the guy seems to be doing better. He's married with kids now, and I haven't heard any issues through the grapevine. For me though, I never wanted to get in touch with him again because it's like he could easily spiral down again, and when he's like that, he doesn't seem to care who he hurts in the process. Well, some people just selfish, man. Like James Gunn.
Oh my god.
So here we go. We're at number 29. Did y'all hear about that juicy news? Oh, that sucks. I'll write about this one till my dying day, if only so someone might avoid my mistakes. Or avoid making the mistakes that my sister made. I hope she's not dead, man. Jeez. Her first bad decision was playing the follow the leader with a friend at work. She and another girl both lost their jobs for time fraud. Now, based on context, ladies and gentlemen, what the fuck? Oh god, that doesn't make it seem like this is a good situation at my feet here. Anyway, based on the context, we can assume that, you know, they were playing with the hours as it pertains to how much they worked. When you work somewhere, if you commit fraud, stop saying it like that, Kyle. Fraud, then it's like, you know, maybe you're adding hours to how much time you were there, which is, you know, illegal. That's wrong. It's against the rules. But the way that they phrased it, man, time fraud, that sounds like a time machine is involved, and you're just getting real spooky, you know what I mean? Can you imagine like going back in time and getting into someone's bank account, like, I'll take this, I'll have some of this, and then the time police show up. We're the time police. We're arresting you under the charges of time fraud. Look, that was the first bad decision that the sister made, but the second bad decision was in switching from weed to uppers. First it was the minor stuff, and then she was using bath salts. A minor seizure seemed to snap her out of it, but then she was used to the artificial high. She switched to Adderall. Her supplier got her to try other drugs, harder drugs. Adderall stopped working. Meth. She found meth, and the rest of her life became unimportant. Her kids were a burden. Her husband was to blame for everything she saw wrong in her life. He was abusive, but so was she. So was she, sorry. She stayed because he had money, and she hadn't worked in over 5 years. My parents ignored it. I tried to talk sense into her. It did nothing. She started stealing from our parents. Then she stole from stores. Got really good at it too. She switched from smoking meth to shooting it up. Oh my god, I got used to cleaning up after her. When she left used needles in the bathroom. Ew. It's just disgusting. She stole my credit cards out of a locked safe when we went on vacation as a family. She went home early. Next day, I had hundreds of dollars in charges. She had a new cat. Cats don't cost hundreds of dollars. Final straw, my parents and I took my grandmother on a cruise. 7 days right before Christmas. It was awesome. We come home, unload the suitcases from the car, and bring them into my grandmother's house. The place was trashed. My sister broke in, let her drug dealer stay for the week, spent over 20 grand of my grandmother's money, tried to open new cards after attempting identity theft, dug through everything in the house, stole all the jewelry she could, including stuff from when my grandmother was a child. The police were called. In time that followed, she was arrested for shoplifting and crashing 3 cars. Why is this bitch being allowed the opportunity? One with her daughter in the front seat. God damn. They finally found the drugs. She couldn't lie her way out of that, so finally she went packing to prison. She spent roughly 4 months there before being moved into a rehabilitation center. They always go easy on the druggies. She has a slew of mental disorders, addictions. She can see her kids for a few hours on the weekend. Our parents can visit her, but I won't. I don't have it in me to see her. She was my best friend, but I don't know her now. I haven't known her in years. I don't forgive her for the hurt. I still see a spoiled brat who blames everyone but herself. It'll be a long time before I talk to her again. Too long didn't read. Meth, motherfucker. Meth, baby. Not even once. You know, there's only thing worse than meth, and it's fucking James Gunn, my dude. Oh my god. Number 28, getting a $50,000 loan to get her master's at a non-accredited for-profit college. Well, that's unfortunately one of the ways life can fuck you. And school ain't out here teaching people how not to get fucked by life. That's the sadistic part. So let me go ahead and Google something so everybody can understand the James Gunn garbage. James Gunn is blowing up right now because he was fired he was released as Disney's director for Guardians of the Galaxy. This is a considerable deal, even if you guys aren't into superhero movies, because Guardians of the Galaxy, as far as the Marvel movies are concerned, were this supposed to be, you know, little known, irrelevant film featuring characters from the comics that nobody knew about or cared about. You know the movie with Chris Pratt and a talking raccoon in a tree named Groot. You know, he made some tweets over 10 years ago when he was a younger, more ignorant. And here's the thing, he's 51 years old now. So what? He was an adult. He was a grown ass motherfucker when he made those tweets. And he may have been doing it for, you know, attention, doing it for shock value, doing it to provoke a crazy reaction out of people. But hey, it is what it is. Some of those tweets got his ass in trouble to the point where Disney just released that ass. They have fired him as a director. That's pretty fucked up. But to be honest, if you really want to dig down that rabbit hole, it's there for you. Yeah, there's too many tweets. There's too many child rape tweets from James Gunn on his Twitter, and he got what he deserved. You know what I mean? Jesus, kiddle diddlin' Christ. Number 27. Sister, she took a year off of work to go on vacation. By vacation, I mean sit in her backyard and drink from 10 a.m. onward. She blew through her savings and now, even with a good job, is having a hard time making ends meet. A year? Everything in moderation, ladies and gentlemen. You know, including tweets. I didn't say his name that time, so it's fine. Number 26. A friend has a supermodel wife who is really nice as well, and 2 kids, lived in a wonderful house. The friend went to a strip club with a coworker and decided to have sex with a fugly stripper behind the dumpster in the back of the club. Must have been some good ass pussy. She was probably throwing it back like, I'm sorry. Then they decided to smoke crack. Ooh. My God. Well, I guess if you're already fucking somebody behind a dumpster, what's a little bit of crack? Yeah, what's a little bit of crack smoking? So long, monetization. Anyway, they were caught smoking crack. I gotta say that again. He was arrested. He lost his wife. He lost his job. His wife. That's what it says. He lost his wife, his job, and his wife has full custody of the kids. That sentence continues. Sorry. I've known him my whole life, and he's never done anything other than drink. He got wild that night, and his life is a bit different now. Yeah, you let that one night ruin your life. Is this a movie? You can't live the way the movies do it. You know what I mean? Fucking a stripper behind that dumpster. Supermodel wife. Are you sure you're not exaggerating, dude? Where the wife at? We got to see pictures of the wife. You don't get to be out here talking about. Number 25. I was already having a violent wait. Is this real life? I don't want to do this, but it is the antidote. Hear those noises? Yeah, dope. Anyway, number 25. I was already a violent alcoholic. Decided alcohol alone was boring. Dude brings in $100,000 yearly. He starts using meth. He put his now ex-wife through a door in an argument. She is also on meth. That was 3 years ago. He's not improved. His electricity and water get shut off for non-payment a few times a year, and he's about to lose his truck. Somebody said, you're going to like this one.
I'm here while at work.
There's no meth head to that madness. Get it? Like method? Yeah. So, thank you, Jinx. I appreciate the cheer. I hope that this list will bring you the sanity and distraction you need while at work. You know, that's what time it is. It's about to be bing bong time. So we continue up this list of 33 worst decisions. God damn it. Or just a bunch of tissues. That'll work. Thank you. As we continue up the list of 33 worst decisions that family made, we arrive at number 24. Man, I'm gonna try heroin. Just once. Second part wasn't true. Ooh. Now you know what heroin do. It won't unhand you. Thank you.
Like cocaine, you can't just dabble.
Thank you. Give me it. Yes. Okay, hold on now. Woo! Now that I have some of that nasal spray, I'm ready to go, baby. You know what I'm talking about? I'm ready to go. Number 22. Okay. My mom is mostly a functional alcoholic. A few years ago, she came down with some minor sickness, and the doctor gave her some pills for it. I don't remember the specifics. She took her medication, drank a glass of wine, felt so fine that the next night she takes her pills and downs a bottle and a half. Damn. Your mama ain't playing. You know what I'm talking about? Give me some of that, what's it called? Atlantean Twilight. Now we're talking. The next morning, my mom comes down the stairs stumbling, obviously still absolutely hammered. At the time, I was going to school, a school out of town, so I needed my mom to drive me to the bus stop. I tried to convince my mom not to take me, but no dice. She's a nasty lady when she's drunk, and she said I was being lazy and a bitch and just didn't want to go to school. I concede and go to wait in the car for her. 5 minutes later, my mother comes out completely naked from the pants down. I saw my mother's pubes, and it still makes me cry when I'm alone at home at night. Anyway, she gets in the driver's seat and starts yelling at me, basically blaming me that she, 1, peed herself, and 2, couldn't find a single pair of pants or underwear in the laundry room. I try to convince her to go to her room and find some pants, but she says if we stay longer, I'll miss the bus. Surprise, surprise. Albeit her phenomenal decision to making skills, we pull up to the bus stop, and the bus is long gone. Long gone. So my mother, instead of doing the smart thing, goes back to the house, getting pants and driving me to school, which would be the smart thing. She decides if she went this far naked, she can drive another 45 minutes that way. So after a very long, swervy, and terrifying drive, we finally start to near the exit. Then my mom's tire rolls over something, and boom, it exploded completely. My mother, determined that I get my education, continues driving on the rim of her tire for another 5 minutes. Mom. Meanwhile, people are shouting at us out of their windows, honking and mentioning for us to pull over. As expected, we got pulled over. My mom is freaking out, trying to find a towel or a blanket, anything to cover herself, but she has no such luck. The cop comes over, and she has no choice but to roll down her window. License and registration, ma'am? Are you wearing pants? What a dumb story. What's the other one I like to put on? It's called this. Number 20. Worm. Several years ago, right around the time that the word green was entering common parlance as a synonym for environmentally friendly, a friend of mine decided that she was going to do everything she could to reduce her carbon footprint. Sound like a bunch of assholes. It was a noble enough goal on its own, but unfortunately this young woman wasn't the brightest knife in the cookie jar. Knife in the cookie jar, nigga? And several of her decisions wound up doing more harm than good. For example, this friend I once took an afternoon to visit one of those wholesaler warehouses, sorry, where I watched as she spent upwards of $200 on cases of bottled water. When I asked about that, her reminder was that she was going green. I was treated to an explanation that made my head spin. "Oh no, you see," she said to me, "this is actually better because you aren't wasting anything. You never have to use the faucet and you can recycle the bottles." I didn't answer her. I didn't ask her what she planned to do about showering. Anyway, this should give you some idea of the young woman's logical process in action. With that in mind, she could almost be forgiven for the dumbest decision that she did make. As I mentioned before, I had been the one driving during our trip, and my role as chauffeur, had been prompted by the fact that my friend's own vehicle was out of commission. She had heard of biofuel gasoline from corn, essentially, and decided that dumping corn oil in her tank would be a cheaper or cleaner alternative, as it was more ecologically friendly as an option than fueling up like a normal person. Unfortunately, she had also heard that corn syrup contained more energy than oil. Well, to make a long story short, she wound up having to pay for a complete flushing of her car's fuel system. Just to add insult to injury, the mechanic had apparently thought that someone had played a prank on her. Well, y'all out here putting corn syrup in your car's gas because y'all think it's gonna be better. All right, man. And now, for the new director of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, this bottle of corn syrup, number 20, throwing away a NIH grant for graduate research into mitochondrial DNA as a pre-med undergrad to become a pup play brony BDSM cam girl. She probably making money that you don't understand, though. We can't talk about these cam girls because they out here fucking running the world as far as people paying them to do nothing. That's what happened to Fat Man. We all got to take a moment of silence for Fat Man, man. Pour one out. It's fucked up. It's a long story, man. But I just hope I hope everyone finds what they're looking for, because, you know, some people will end up paying for stuff that they don't need to be paying for, trying to get the attention and love and the affection and the compassion, trying to get that compassion, trying to get that James Gunn. Number 19, the decision to do nothing. My brother is 38 next month. He's never moved out of my parents' house. He never had a girlfriend. When my dad died 3 years ago, he quit his job and has been mooching off of my mom ever since. That kind of sucks. Someone else says my uncle is the same. He quit his job around 28, hasn't worked since. He's about 55 now. He lives alone. He's fat and smokes. Already had heart surgery. My grandfather pays for medical insurance and gives him like $20,000 a year to live off of. I think his days mainly consist of watching TV, talking to a family on the phone, driving McDonald's to sit in the parking lot and use their Wi-Fi. Oh, I visited his apartment once and it was disgusting. The walls were yellow from cigarette smoke. There was garbage all over the floor. Oh geez. Sleeps on the mattress on the floor. Oh no. He's a living example of what not to do for my entire family. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. You're gonna be glad you can't read what I'm typing. Sit your ass back down. What did I just say? Number 18. My parents, my brother, is into drugs. Sorry, let's read that again with the with the punctuation. On the list, okay, for clarity, of 33 worst decisions family members made, my parents. My brother is into drugs, and when he was in high school, they told him if he could stay clean for a month, they'd buy him a dirt bike. He stayed clean for a month, so they bought him a brand new dirt bike. helmet, clothes. He got high later that evening and continued to get high and do drugs every day after. He ended up breaking the bike, but he's learned that he can manipulate my parents into buying or doing whatever it is that pleases him. Frustrating, really. He's in his late 20s and he's an absolute mess. He lucky he didn't break his damn neck on that dirt bike after getting high because his dumbass parents were like, stay clean for just 1 month. What do you mean stay clean for a month? Forever, bitch. Or we'll kill you. That's parenting, trust me. Hey, little nigga, I heard you out here doing these drugs. What you think about this? It's a switchblade. You know what I'm talking about? A knife in your neck. Who is this? Bluebird _ Australia. You know, shout out to you. Jesse says, Kyle, ironically, I'm drinking Mountain Dew. Is that irony? Or is it a coincidence, you know? Oh, Jesse, sir or madam, I believe in you and love you and the do that you do. So number 17, a friend wanted to join the military. He got all his paperwork in and everything and figured it was a done deal. He quit his well-paying job with benefits, went to physical, and they found out that he had psoriasis that he thought wouldn't be an issue, and he was barred from service. He is currently unemployed. Oh no. What can you do, man? Number 16, my aunt won.
I'm guessing they mean once, but it's still this.
Yeah, maybe it's once. My aunt once drained my grandma's. Yeah, talk about short-circuiting the Kyle functions. My aunt once drained my grandma's bank account and left her kids with her, never coming home. Oh my God. 70 years later, my grandmother is poor in poor health and she won't visit because she's afraid to be arrested. Oh my God. I only like Baja Blast, guys. I may go get some right now from Taco Biz. I'm kidding. Number 15. Am I kidding?
Are you kidding?
Yeah, it ain't that great where I'm going there specifically for it. Oh, God. Here we go. Number 15. Cousin. The new receptionist is so hot. And she's 18, dude. Me. Man, don't do it, man. You're 24. What's wrong when she's legal? Cousin says, I'ma ask her out. I bet she bangs. Me, you bet she bangs. What are you, 12, nigga? A few days later, cousin, dude, she's totally hot, and we do it all the time. She's my GF now. Me, great, man. Whatever you do, don't knock her up. A few months later, dude, she's pregnant, man. Me, well, I told you, whatever you do, don't get married. We're getting married. Cousin, things are rocky, but don't say it. Cousin, we're having another kid, so that'll help. What? Cousin, a few years later, dude, this chick I met is so hot, and she's 22.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Dude, you're married and have kids. When you get caught, you'll be fucked. With divorce and child support, don't do it, cousin. The judge said it's okay if she won't let me see my kids, and I still have to pay more than I make in child support. I'ma move back in with my mom. Me, well, at least you can try to get back on your feet. Cousin, meth, that's a good idea. Also, at least my girlfriend is hot. Me, you're dead to me. Lose my number. What a cousin. What a cousin. Oh my God. The type of people that are bringing kids into the world as like a prop, bro.
I love the fact that it's the guy that said, hey, another kid might help. It wasn't even the woman, it was the dude.
That is so ignorant.
Sad, because the kids are paying the price.
I love that the stream is talking about their favorite variety of Mountain Dew.
I don't know if you commented it, but diabetes.
Somebody said diabetes?
Yes. You might have guessed wrong.
Number 14.
I didn't do
Number 15. See, it still counts. Number 14. A close friend from high school who had a full ride scholarship to a top 10 university decided that he wanted to drive home after graduation party out in the middle of nowhere after spending the past 4 hours drinking. Countless people tried to stop him to grab his keys, but he got confrontational and left. He made it less than a mile down the road before wrapping his car around a tree. Instead of heading off to a college at the end of the summer, he went to a long-term care facility. He died 4 years later. A life wasted because he thought he was okay to drive after drinking. Oh. Could they teach him that in university? He's so smart. Oh, you so smart. You go to top 10 university. You're so smart. I'm going to drink it. I'm going to drive my car on home. I'm going to drive it. That's right. I'm look at my degrees.
That's horrible.
At what degree do you think his car? That tree. Oh my God. Number 13. All right. Bro. Math joke. Number 13. Brother married a one-night stand that he got pregnant. Oh no. Brother. Already that's bad. Married. Oh no. Okay. A response reads same. And now they are going through a nasty divorce. As my wife and I predicted years ago when he got married, it was pretty obvious to people not extremely close to them that they were literally not compatible. How could you be? How could you be? You know what I mean? What a fluke of a miracle it would have to be for you to be compatible. We opposed him marrying her, and it actually caused a rift in our family. Now he's actually come back. Here's the thing about marriage, dude. Like, unless you the next day go down to a court and have that paperwork filed, is there not a period between? I don't think there is. I think it's just them going to the courthouse and getting the paperwork.
It takes like a week or two for filling out that paperwork.
I think there's nothing funnier. I think there's nothing funnier than people who don't try living together before they marry.
Exactly.
Because, like, okay,
If you're compatible and if anything, it's
like people get along and they mistake that for compatibility.
But living under the same roof really puts everything under test.
Bruh.
It's silly.
What the hell y'all in here talking about? What the fuck is conch splitting? Oh. It's fun ways of Jesus, thank you for the cheers, they call them here. Cheers was a good show. Just kidding, I didn't watch it. I watched Frasier. Oh baby, I hear the blues are calling. Hannah said she's watching that now. Oh, and then the dog. There's a dog on Frasier. They use him for comedic effect. He comes in and he's all like, "That old dog." That's the stupidest show in the world. I mean, no, not Frasier, but the fact that they use the dog. That's stupid. Yeah, come on. I know it's not the first thing to do it, but it's a good trained dog. It's a good dog. I mean, if you can get it to, I like to think if you can get a dog to, learn shit and like do shit on command, that's dope, right? But then to like surround a dog by like a lot of people and then still expect it to perform well, and then it does, that's a really good dog. Because if I were a dog and I had a brain that size, I don't think I'd get it. I'd be like, what the fuck? Who are these people? No, but dogs are easily spooked too. You know? Guys, I'm flying through the rest of these, okay? It's about that time. Number 12. A friend got drunk and got into a wreck driving home. He fled the scene on foot and ran all the way home. The cops picked him up at his house soon after. Things haven't been great for him since, dude. Oof. Someone says that's beyond a mistake, my man. Did he think he'd get away with it? You left the car. Just accept life. I don't know what I'd do. I'd probably try to injure myself mortally. Might as well just kill me right now. You know what I mean? The cops pull up and I just yell, "I'm black! I'm black!" out the window.
Oh, God.
It's not funny, huh?
No.
I don't care. I'm black. I can say it. Here's the bottom line. We live in a scary world like that. You know, it'd be funny if they try to come back at me 10 years from now, try to fire me from some Disney project.
No. Stop.
That's a good joke.
No, it's not.
that joke's gonna age like fine wine, man. I can't imagine like I'm involved in something serious later, and they go, "I'm gonna play you this recording of this guy on this dumb thing he used to record every night. This guy's a freak." Oh my god, some SJW. And then I'd get up and I'd say they'd expect an apology. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I was a different person back then. But to the woman who dug this up, you a bitch, you stupid bitch, you hoe bitch. And she'd be like, "Oh my god, he's not even joking." I'm joking, guys. Guys, I'm joking. Number 11. A friend of my wife's getting married. Okay. I have no idea why, because every time I met her, all she did was bitch about her fiance. Some women love it. That's life for some women, like the drama. One day she's complaining that her fiance went out and bought a new car without consulting her, and the monthly payment was too much for them to afford. So to get back at him, she bought her own new car. What? The marriage lasted less than 2 years. Both cars got repossessed.
Well, obviously, if they were struggling with one car, obviously they weren't going to be able to make it very far with two. People are dumb.
I don't know what to say.
Do you think the guy maybe did it to get it to have the wife leave him alone or something? Because that's equally as dumb.
I think people are just stupid. And maybe they were made for each other in ways that they didn't previously. So. Number 10. Gamble away $250,000. It was painful watching him sell their beautiful, huge home and rent a shitty apartment. Bro, for some people, gambling really is an addiction, An addiction is something serious, So you want to know one thing I'll always get into a fight with about? So like, this is ammunition for anybody who wants to fucking push my buttons or wrestle my jimmies in the future. You want to know one thing I'll always get into an argument about? It's dirty motherfuckers who consider themselves addicted to video games, my dude. You know what I mean?
Classified playing video games as like
yeah, and good for those jackasses who conducted that study. But here's the bottom line: and I know that this is an opinion, and I'll be the first person to admit it, but when I consider true addiction, it's something that genuinely cannot be helped, right? And yes, some people lack discipline. So in that regard, anything can be an addiction, okay? But can you be born addicted to video games? Hell to the fuck nah. Are people, you know what I mean? When you are faced with shit like losing your home, losing your family, losing your life, it's literally like having a game worse than roulette. I like to think of it as think of a pie chart, okay? And 3/4 of that pie chart, which is to say, okay, let me look at that. Let me get a pie chart up on the screen. That'd be cool. Pie chart. You know what I'm talking about? Imagine the orange portion of this pie chart is you get shot in the head. You know what I'm talking about? And any of these other ones would be something like pussy. Maybe the green one is pussy. Even though it says hamsters, don't worry about that. Blue would probably be like money. So money, pussy, and maybe like, what's the red one gonna be? I don't know, man. Like Pokemon, real life Pokemon, something like that. That's too enticing. That's too enticing. All I'm saying is the orange part is the bigger part, and it's definitely going to ruin your life, and it may as well be a bullet in the face. A lot of people may look at this and think, hey bro, win-win situation, you know what I'm talking about? But calm down. What I'm saying is, some people, there's no choice even. They just do what they do because, bruh, the Keenan Thompson in the background. Where even am I? I usually go out of my way to move all my fucking tabs to the right side of the, let's look at this James Gunn shit right here. Okay, here goes some of James Gunn's tweets. Oh man, Expendables is so manly, I effed the S out of the P boy next to me. Ain't that, that's not that bad. Okay, the best thing about being Raped. So when you're done being raped, it's like, woo, this feels great not being raped. Ooh. James Gunn says, I remember my first North American Man-Boy Love Association meeting. It was the first time I felt okay being who I am. Okay. Just keeps going. I'm doing a big Hollywood adaptation of The Giving Tree with a happy ending. The tree grows back and gives the kid a blowjob. Oh God. Oh my God. We can't continue our relationship with James Gunn due to jokes he tweeted years ago. Oh, ooh. Oh, shit. Oh, roasted. Oh, roasted. I might shine your hooves for you, sir.
Have you seen that?
No. Have you?
It's, I believe Fantasia.
Bruh.
But the original Fantasia. And they edited
Oh
out
my God.
They edited out that character out of the movie. Later iterations of
Bruh.
Disney.
Well. You know, what can you, I mean, hey, it was just, there's too many boy themed ones. Let's finish this list. We've got shit to do, guys. I got things to assemble, and not the Avengers, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, poor James Gunn, but he did, you know, he did what he did, you know, he is responsible for what he did. Speaking of lessen the blow, you know, the only blow that James wants is from adolescence. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Adolescence. That's a good one. That's great play on words. Come on. Whoa. Get at me, guys. Whoever's in the stream chat that's going, wow, that's really good. All right, number 9. My dad, bless his heart, replaced a bad fuel line on our van with a piece of garden hose. Sorry, I said holes because I'm trying to hold on, I need to clear my garden hose. Where's my round of applause, please? There it is. Thank you. We had a burnt down van 2 days later. Oh boy. Listen, number 8's been deleted. Just think of me hugging you instead. Number 7, Auntie owned a successful pharmacy and got drunk one night and sold some prescription medication on the side for some money. Ooh, the police found out, and she was stripped of her license. It got worse when questioned by the police. She said it was for herself because she was suffering cancer, which she was not. With all of these accusations published in a prominent newspaper, her life was ruined and her credibility was ruined. Ho's gonna lie. I'm kidding. She really fucked up her life here, man. She had it. That is money. That's a license to print money. You own a pharmacy? You know, people always gonna need them fucking pills. And you out here on that bullshit? What the fuck could you do? People, man, I like to think that it's a good thing I'm a straight edge little Candyman boy, because again, we would need to be so legal for me to smoke it in like Jamaica quantities where, you know, and that's not going to make me fucking crazy or violent or sell drugs on the side. Yeah, let me sell some drugs. What the fuck? No. Number 6, man. My mother, who is in her 70s and lives on Social Security, called me up and said that she had won $500,000 from Publishers Clearinghouse, which she enters all the time. I told her she did not win, and then she said all she has to do is send them $6,000 for processing fees. I told her it was a common scam. The next day she said she was charged $6,000 to her credit card. Poof, goodbye money. That was many years ago. She still hasn't paid off the card. Let's talk about Requiem for a Dream. You know, the saddest part of that movie to me is when they deal with that. Is they deal with the socially accepted behavior of just preying on old people. South Park probably did it better in the episode where they were selling them fake ass, you know, rubies and gems and gold to old people. But fuck me. Did Jesus say smoke some Blue Lotus? Buy me some Blue Lotus, Jesus. Buy me some Blue Lotus. I almost bought Fortnite single player. Do y'all believe that? Because it was $20. They were like, hey man, it's 50% off. I was like, whoa, I should get that. But then I was like, what am I doing? It's a Fortnite single. What the hell? And I had to smack myself. Then I woke up in a cold sweat. It was a nightmare. Another nightmare. Number 5. Why can't I get through this? Multiple family members continuously talking various things from my taking. Damn it. Multiple family members continuously taking various things from my grandmother's house, then acting like she's crazy when she says anything is missing. Ugh. She's 94 and still lives alone. She's a sharp lady and knows what's going on. I guess some of them feel guilty about it because things just mysteriously show back up. Ugh. People are scumbags. Number 4. My mom won my... Just wait her out. Is that rude to say? Y'all are terrible. And you know some families are vultures like that, where they just waiting for the second that somebody... So they can just swoop in there to fight over it. You know what I mean? Holy crap. Terrible. Number 4. My mom won my dad's house in their divorce 13 years ago. The house was 2 years from being paid off. Instead of my mom working 2 more years, she sold it and retired early at 47. She's now in low-income apartments and barely makes it by. My dad always tells us how he wishes we still had the house so me and my sister could have lived there when he moved to retire. Ugh. As we continue through this totally upbeat and fantastic list, we arrive at number 3. My friend decided that she was leaving her job earlier than her contract allowed her to. They paid for her relocation fee, so she owed them about $10,000 at the end of her time there. She was convinced that she was moving somewhere cheaper with a different job, that she would be more than capable of paying them back within a year. She somehow didn't take into account all of the costs of living and moving, and she has been paying them back for 5 years, complaining about money the whole time. If she had stayed for 6 more months, she wouldn't have owed them a thing. Some women need a good man in their life to be like, listen. Listen, though. Listen. Well, so they can be like, I'm my own independent woman, and as a strong, independent feminist, okay? You and your patronizing patriarchy, you're what's wrong, okay? And I'm gonna destroy you. I'm going into your Twitter history, and you aren't gonna be directing a thing, okay? Oh my God, little boys. Oh my God, little boys. Poor James idiot. I lost a friend because she wanted to go holistic in trying to cure her breast cancer. Oh no. You know? Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Some of us live our lives getting shit from our parents and our relatives, if not directly, then passively, about how, look what this kid is doing. Look what these people are doing. Aren't they smart? Aren't they successful? Aren't they getting far in their lives? But then they make some straight up stupid life erasing decisions. It's not like life threatening, my dude. You're just like, you know what I'm gonna do? Fuck medicine, bruh. Medicine? procedures. I got the power of the Lord on my side. I'm kidding. But the thing is, did Jesus ask y'all to be stupid as hell? No, he did not. All right. Wow. She surrounded herself with holistic medicine and people from the internet that would cure her cancer. Damn it. That would cure her cancer when it was in an incurable stage. A year later, she was still on it. And when she found it, oh God, she found it had metastasized. We went to her funeral a few months later, lost my friend to a bunch of online quacks. But you know what those friends gained? Money. Money. Number one, a friend of mine moved 10 hours away and transferred colleges for a girlfriend. She broke up with him within 2 weeks of him living there. Oh no, that's fucked up. Oh my God. Dread it, run from it. Your Twitter history always arrives. I don't remember this one. That could be a sexy one to read later. Parents of Reddit, what secret do you know about your kids that they don't know that you know? It's a girl. What the hell is this? What's going on here? There's like a person standing there. What's up though? Oh, maybe the whole thing isn't visible. I'm such an idiot. Like that's my fault though. Oh fuck. No, make the whole thing visible. What do I open this in a new fucking window or something? Jesus. Is that more visible? It's still not visible. Oh, I see what it is now. I'm sorry that this is like so difficult to make visible for everybody else. It's very anticlimactic after all that effort we put into trying to see it. It's pretty much just a bitch ass little kid popping what's supposed to be like a surprise balloon to indicate that it's a girl. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a fantastic night. You will be seeing more of me soon. If there's anything you need, get a hold of me. Did I read this? When did your something is very wrong here? Yeah, I read that yesterday. Why did it get removed? That's interesting. Moderators probably just thought it easier to remove. They were deleting everything in that thread. Oh boy. Oh boy. I apologize. Everybody have a great night though. You'll catch me soon. Wish me luck in my assembly of the world. And hopefully, you know, I don't know, I was gonna say some candy ass shit like we can assemble together or some crap like that. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm on about anymore. Ooh. Well, guys, if you guys hear anything as fresh as what's glass? What's that? People seem to care about that. What's glass? Glass. What is glass? Oh, it's Shyamalan's new movie that's supposed to like mix in the other movies in his you know.
There was one before Split.
Yeah, Unbreakable.
Unbreakable, yeah.
But the thing is, I never saw Unbreakable. I didn't see Split. I didn't even. I need to re-review some of those old movies as well. So you know, that'll be that. Tell me when them Avengers trailers come out of Comic-Con, and not the James Gunn ones. I guess. Fuck me. James Gunn fired. Oh no. C'est la vie. Omelette du fromage. Just in case y'all didn't know, allow me to take it slow. Fucking James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 both earned about $800 million. And they were like, guess what? You fucked up with them tweets, little boys. This is from Disney. I'm really disappointed. I really liked his directing. I can't imagine Guardians of the Galaxy 3 without him. I wonder if this means Sean Gunn will be out too. Oh no! Sean Gunn, his brother, is in the movie. He was kind of like he was the guy that was the dweeby lanky guy that would hang out with Yondu. And then in the second one, he gets Yondu's weapon at the end, remember? Yeah.
I mean, I don't see how that would affect him. It was his brother that messed up, not him.
But he was only in those movies because of his brother.
Doesn't mean that it should affect him, that's what I'm saying.
Here's some examples of the tweets. Damn, let me just save this for later. That's what I'm talking about. I'm guessing that I need so. Jesus Christ, this is like an album. 100 pubescent girls touched themselves. Hudson Huddleston posted this video on my Facebook with the note, I thought you'd appreciate this. My response, appreciate it. I just came all over my own face. Oh my God. Well, I guess that's the end of James Gunn. Oh my God. It felt like a 3-year-old was peeing on my head. Watching Trapped in the Closet, R. Kelly's second best video after the one where he urinates on a child. Okay.
Like, he made so many that you have to start wondering, are some of them really still jokes?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I like how like sensationalist it is, but there is a too many times to reference boys, you know, even if they're like obviously jokes. There is too high a number.
It's a disturbing amount of tweets that consist of that, where honestly you have to start wondering.
Jordan says that Split's really good. Dude, I intend to watch it.
Really good, yes.
I'm so tired of all y'all motherfuckers seeing shit that I ain't seen.
The first one though, that apparently Split is a sequel to.
Look, I haven't seen Split, and I already know that it's not. It's probably not as woke. Oh God, I said it because of that asshole. Exactly. Look, I don't mean it in the way that I would mean it. I mean it how everybody else refers to that movie. They view that movie as just like, you know, some fresh new shit that puts every other basic movie to shame. And like I said, even though I haven't seen it, I believe that that movie's probably only as dope as it is because of James McAvoy's performance. Yeah.
The reason that movie was so good was because of his performance.
And I'll tell you one better. I always think it's amusing that they put McAvoy and Fassbender opposite each other in the new X-Men movies, because I consider those guys like incredible enough to, you know, be at the helm or like lead their own fucking flicks. So I remember recently Fassbender was in like this Alien movie or whatever, and I didn't see it, but I was thinking the whole time when I would see promotional shit for it, if Fassbender wasn't in that, man, people would go see it, yeah, because it's an alien thing. Just like people would go see it because it's a, you know, see a Star Wars or whatever. But would it be good? Doubt it. And then I think Alien sucked too. And people agree on that, even though they'll probably agree that his performance was great. I'll get around to it. You guys get it. I love you. You'll catch me soon. I'll catch you soon. My heart. Bye, guys. Bye, bye, bye.